Hello, I'm Dave Upton and I have recently bought this beautiful thing, and I had a little look online and there's some reviews, but there's not really anything that really gets into it, so I thought I'd do a review, that is. So it is just an incredible guitar. As you can see behind me, I've got a Pia and I've got a Gem, and I've always been a Satriani fan more than a Vi fan, although don't get me wrong, I love Vi, so don't start hating on me. But I love the Tree of Life, I love the finish, I love the look of the Gem. And I also was taken in by the pickup variation that you get on the Gem. So many different settings you can have, and it's all true, it's all great. And the fact that they were always known as having possibly the best neck on any guitar, not sure about that. So where it got me is finally I bought one, and this is a JS2480, so that means it's got 24 frets on it, and it is the top of the range until you get into the Chrome Boy stuff. It is absolutely beautiful, and actually you have to see these things in the flesh really to realise that the body is just an incredible shape. And I did actually get Joe to sign this one a few weeks ago when I met him, so rather pleased with that, of course. And you can see the Babinga stripe on the back of the neck. Now that is meant to give it more sustain and more tuning stability, and I'm convinced it does. It's just incredible, just didn't go out of tune. In fact, it's a bit embarrassing sometimes because I go recording stuff with it without even remembering to tune it. It's probably, maybe with the exception of the Pia, the only guitar that I just pick up and it's banging tune all the time. So if you're interested in one, that's a good start. The other thing was that I was never sure whether I'd like the neck on them. And it is a thicker neck than the Pia, as in depth front to back, but it's narrower. And for me, it just plays incredibly. I pick up the Pia now and it feels like big and clunky in comparison. Whereas this is just right. Again, it's down to hand sizes, it's down to personal preference, but it just feels amazing to play. And the finish and the rolled edge, all that sort of stuff is just beautiful. So they've done an incredible job. And let's just have a quick talk about the pickups for a moment. So we've got a Saturate pickup in the bridge, which is developed by Damasio and Joe himself. And actually, when I did a Q&A with him a few weeks ago, he talked about the fact that he'd spent a whole year working with Damasio to try and come up with a better pickup than this, and eventually they gave up. It's just perfect. I mean, it's perfect for his tone, it's perfect for what it does, but it is beautiful for lead. I mean, I can't describe the clarity and the dynamics and the power that you have in it. And then the Sustainiac. So I've been playing a Sustainiac on a Schecter for a long time. Some people might see my review of a Schecter guitar with one on. So I do think they're great, actually. But again, I was a bit worried that the Sustainiac would be a bit of a step backwards in Satch's guitar because it's a specific thing, it's not a Satch pickup. But the way it's been set up and the fact that you can take the back plate off and adjust various settings to get the right kind of gain and tone and sustain out of it that you want is just great. So I've got it set up now with more of a Strat neck pickup type tone, which works pretty well. So yeah, and as far as controls are concerned, so obviously you've got the very lightweight whammy bar. You also get the original kind of heavier whammy bar with it as well. The most phenomenal edge trem. It just didn't go out, you know, it just didn't go out tune. And then you've got the high pass filters. The high pass filter, same with the Pia actually, is brilliant. A lot of people don't really kind of understand or think what it's for, but what it allows you to do is to roll off the output. And if you want to get like let's say you want a neck pickup, kind of Hendrixy sound, but with not, you know, with that 60s kind of sound, you just roll it off a little bit. But if you're in high pass, it doesn't lose any of the tonal range in the process. You can roll it right back and it works really, really well. So I use that quite a lot with the volume. And then obviously you've got your three-way switch, which is this, two together or the bridge pickup as usual. And then you've got this, which turns on the sustainiac, and that will give you your sustain. And then the three-way switch here is either forward, sustain your note, your current note. Middle is go to the harmonic, so effectively an octave higher. And the other goes to a complete whistle, which is like, again, it's the harmonic, it's effectively the harmonic again. So you can play around with that whilst you're holding notes and playing with the whammy bar and so on and so forth, which I'll show you in a moment. So that's brilliant. And then it's just a 9-volt battery in the back of that to power that. So you do need to replace that from time to time, but I've been playing this every day for maybe 3 to 4 hours for about a month now since I've had it, and it doesn't run out yet, so I don't know how long they last. The one in my Schecter with the sustainiac did last quite a while. It did used to probably last me, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, I think. But I probably didn't play that guitar as much as I play this, so it's down to how much you play it. Obviously, remember to unplug it when you put it down. Don't just stick it on the stand plugged in, because it is using some power, a very small amount of power, to power this. This is an active pickup, even when the sustainiac's off. And obviously when you turn the sustainiac on, it's using a lot more power because it's creating a vibration, magnetic vibration here, and it's using actually the bridge pickup for the pickup. So even if you're on the neck and you bring in the sustainiac, it'll switch from there to here as far as pickup's concerned, and then just use this to create that magnetic vibration effect to vibrate the strings. So you have to remember, you can't get a sustainiac neck pickup tone, there just isn't a thing. But when you turn it off, the pickup inside the sustainiac is brilliant. It's really good. And actually the control settings in the back, and you can wire it up to be effectively simulate a humbucker or a single coil. You can control the amount of gain coming out of it and the amount of volume coming out of it. So set it to your perfect settings. Obviously don't mess too much with it because you don't want it out of sync with the bridge pickup there. So I'll give you some tones. So middle pickup I think is just great. To on a clean sound, use use the middle pickup or use the neck pickup, of course. See, that's really the neck pickup with no real power on it. Stick it down on the bridge. So it's not a bad sound, is it? It's I find it really usable. And if I drop it down to more of a kind of blues. If you wanted that Strat sound. Where you really want to go is probably this sort of stuff. So that is, again, neck pickup with a proper distortion. Turn on the bridge pickup, and what a sound that is. So far. Next thing you need to do is then pull that out, and you've got sustain of the note you're playing. Okay, and then if you move it to the middle, you'll get the harmonic of it. Or to the other side, play the same notes again. Just with a bit of wah. And then wah and sustainiac. It's wonderful, isn't it? So, if you've ever looked at these and wondered if it's worth buying one, yeah, hard to play anything else now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope that was useful and gives you an idea of what they like. Cheers.